A pleasant day to everyone. Today, I'm gonna discuss to you the terminologies in table tennis. The terminologies used in table tennis is first, the service, done at the start of each rally. A serve, or more formally a service, in table tennis is a shot to start a point. Next, what we called server. Player due to strike the ball first in a rally. So who is called a server in table tennis? So when we're playing, each player still has one serve, and the serves still alternate every point between each teams. So the server here is the player who do the service or a player who will do a starting shot. Next is the receiver. Player due to strike the ball second in a rally. So a receiver is opposite to the server. From the term itself, receiver, receive, the one who receive the ball from a server. Next is the strike. A player strikes the ball if he touches it in play with his racket held in the hand or with his racket hand below the wrist. The strike is the forward movement towards the ball. The racket hand carrying the racket. So your hand is your only racket hand if it's holding your table tennis racket. This means that you can drop your racket and then hit the ball with your hand. You must be holding your racket when it hits the ball for it to be a good return. Next, the free hand. Hand not carrying a racket. The hand with which a player does not hold the paddle or the racket, but nevertheless still very important. When serving the ball, it must stay behind the end line. Next, return of service. The ball must be hit after it has bounced on the receiver's half of the table. So, implementing your own tactics in table tennis start with a return of service. With returning serve, the objective is to put your opponent under time pressure and prevent them from playing their next strokes as they intended. So, you should always try to play your shot as early as possible and vary your returns. Rally period during which the ball is in play. The ball is in play, so the rally ends if the ball does not land on the table or if a player misses or fails to return the ball to the opponent's table. So the let, as we discussed this or as we talked this in the previous, so a rally of which the result is not record. So during a serve, if the ball hits the net but still bounces on the opponent's side of the table, so the point is a let, which means it needs to be replayed. If the ball hits the net and doesn't make it to the other half of the table, the receiver is automatically awarded a point. So a let is not considered as a point. So what we call point. Point a rally of which result is scored. So a point is won by a player when the opponents cannot hit the ball with a racket over the net and onto the other side of the table. Another is drive. Drive a more controlled hit. It is not a mash. It is a light top spin stroke that creates a low ball trajectory. It is an offensive stroke in the game. This stroke gives you control of the game and give you an advantage over your opponent. So, this is done with a direct or frontal hit. It is better to hit the ball immediately after the ball hits the table for a faster ball movement. Another is what we call spin. Spin is rotating the ball in different directions. Some of the types of spin are top spin, underspin, side spin, and no spin. Spin, it is any shot used in the game. It is placed on a ball to allow it to curve down onto the table. Another is smash. Smash is to hit the ball with force, a forceful shot with an emphasis of speed. A shot, it is a power stroke that will have the intention of winning the point. It is also known as a flat hit or kill. The ball is better hit after reaching its peak when the ball goes down to the level of the ice. Another term is called block. It has no force. It is a counter or defensive move. The block shot is a defensive stroke that allows a player to use the speed of their opponent's shot against them. It needs to be completed straight after the bounce to ensure that the player maintains control of the ball. Next, the push. The ball is hit with the racket brushing underneath the ball with less force. So, a forehand push is a difficult defensive shot that requires the player to strike downwards on the back and underneath the ball to create backspin. So, when performing correctly, a forehand push is used to change the face of an exchange or to return the ball in a very low manner. Another is the lob or loop, returning the ball to the opponent at high level. Ball is almost at head level. A loop or lob, it is a defensive stroke where the player lifts the ball for a very high return, allowing the opponent to smash. Next is the umpire. Umpire is a person appointed to control a match. So it is appointed to decide on the result of each point or the rally. The umpire is required to use their judgment when applying the laws and regulation of the ITTF, the International Table Tennis Federation. Next is the assistant umpire. It is a person appointed to assist the umpire with certain decisions. So, the assistant umpire is solely responsible for decisions on edge balls at the side of the table nearest to him, and he has the same power as the umpire to decide the legality of a player's service action. So the umpire is whether a player obstruct the ball and some of the conditions for a lead. Obstruction. A player obstruct the ball if he or anything he wears or carries touches it in play. When it is above or traveling towards the player's surface and has not passed beyond. So it is clear that obstruction is a simple term that is not allowed in playing table tennis. A forehand. Like other racket sports, it is a shot made by swinging the racket across one's body with the hand moving palm first. So forehand is a side facing the palm of the hand. They sit up a point until they have a good chance of striking a powerful forehand to win the point. Another is the backhand. A backhand shot involves turning your arm slightly across your body to hit the ball. It is a side facing the back of the hand. Like the forehand, the backhand can also be broken down into four components: your stance, the backswing, and the strike, and the finish. That is how to do the backhand. Next is the grip. Grip is the manner in which the racket is held. It is how you hold the racket or the paddle. So, end line shall be regarded as extending indefinitely in both directions. The end line at each end of the table. So, for the ball to remain in play, the ball must not carry over this line. So, the line it tells when the ball is in or when the ball is out. Thank you. That would be all.